Hello everyone, it's Miss Courtney and welcome back to Art Incorporated. Today we will be making chromatography butterflies. So chromatography is when water goes through an object and pushes either an ink or a paint through it. So we're going to see this in our coffee filters that we will be using today. So if you'd like to follow along, there's a few things you will need. For this project, you will need some markers. Washable markers work best. Some wire or a pipe cleaner would work as well. Some coffee filters. A glass filled with a little bit of water. And some newspaper or recycled paper. Either one works. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take one of our coffee filters and we're going to push it out flat. Okay, so we have it flat on our table here, and we're going to pick out some washable markers to draw on our coffee filter. So I'm going to be using a bunch of purples and pinks because they are my favorite colors. And I'm just going to draw a few circles around my coffee filter. So I have all of my lines or my circles drawn on my coffee filter, and what you want to do is you're going to set it into your glass of water, but what you want is you only want the middle of the circle to touch the water. You don't want the rest of it to touch. So when we put this coffee filter in there, it's going to start sucking up the water, and the water, when it goes through the coffee filter, is going to pick up some of the ink from the marker and it's going to spread it out, and this is called chromatography. And we are going to use these chromatography coffee filters to make butterflies. Here is my coffee filter, and you can see it already starting to absorb water and move some of the color around. So the purple that I had in the middle is starting to spread out to the outsides. We're going to let this sit in our cup for about 3 to 5 minutes until the color starts to really expand and bleed out so that it gets all the way up to our light pink up here. So I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes and we'll come back to see what happens. So it looks like our coffee filter is pretty much done, so I'm going to take it out. I'm going to lay it on our newspaper so that it can dry a little bit. So because I used really light colors, it is very light, but all of the color had come from the middle and stretched all the way out to the ends. So you can see some color mixing. So there's like a little bit of purple and a little bit of pink and a little bit of blue going on all the way around. So we're going to let this dry for a few minutes, and then I have some other ones here that I'm going to show you how to make the butterfly with. So we'll let that one sit for a while, but we're going to use these other two, and we are going to make our butterflies. So what we are going to do is we're going to take one of these, and we're going to take our wire, and we're going to make a butterfly. So I chose to take one that I made earlier. This is a yellow and orange and blue one, and as you can see, some of the color faded and mixed, and I even got some purple and pink that ended up over here because the color stretched out with the chromatography and it starts to mix a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the middle part and we're going to fold one end to the other to start, and then we are going to scrunch in the middle of our butterfly. So it'll have 2 wings. So there's one on the left and one on the right. And we are going to take our wire and we are going to run the wire around the middle. So after we have the wire going around the middle for a little bit, so I went around like 4 or 5 times on mine, and I left a little bit at the end. So that's going to be one of our antennas, and I'm going to use a tool and chop down the other part of our antennas. But you can fix your butterfly and flatten up the wings a little bit. You can crinkle them up more if you like. The way that it sits is really up to you. I'm going to try and flatten mine a little bit on this side. There. And it doesn't matter if your butterfly is symmetrical or if one wing's bigger than the other, that is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this wire down a little bit though. So here is my finished butterfly. One thing that you can do with these butterflies is you can take them to your window and be like little sun catchers. They do show really well in the light, so they'll look really cool as a decoration on a window. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Art Incorporated chromatography butterfly lesson. And if you make these butterflies, please show us in the comments or tag the museum. We would love to see them. And also, if you guys are liking these videos, please like and comment on them so that we know that you guys are watching. We'd like some feedback on these lessons. We're having a lot of fun making them, but we'd always love some input from you guys. So just let us know what you think. And we hope you guys are staying safe and staying well, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye!